And we're getting you some breaking news on the Uttarkashi floods. 150 people have been rescued while 11 army troops are still missing. This is the statement coming in from the NDRF. The statement from the National Disaster Response Authority has said that 150 people have been rescued from Uttarakhand, Uttarkashi, struck by flash floods a day ago, even as 11 army troops remain missing. This is a statement from the NDRF officer this morning. We will be following this story very, very closely. The deluge in Uttarakhand that has created a disaster in the Dharali village. The NDRF now says 150 people have been rescued already, but 11 army persons are still missing. This is, of course, a developing story. Yesterday's flood has devastated the area, and the troops are still restoring the roadways. There are still rescue operations that are on. India Today's reporters are on the ground bringing you all the developments from the area. Uttarakhand deluge, the NDRF has confirmed that 150 people have been rescued and 4 are dead. Ankit Sharma is live from Dehradun on the story. Ankit, what more do we know about the rescue operations at this moment? 4 are dead, that has been confirmed by the NDRF.
Well, the developing story says that according to NDRF, more than 150 people have been rescued so far, and in a joint operation led by Indian Army, ITBP, SDRF and NDRF. Yesterday, we got an update that 130 people have been rescued, and that means 20 more people have been rescued till date, while death of 4 people was also confirmed by authorities yesterday. However, there are various areas where the bridge connecting the Dharali areas were collapsed due to heavy rainfall, and that led to swelling of Bhagirathi River in the area. Now, the authorities are looking forward to reach the area as soon as possible and start resuming the operations at the affected site. And just to let you know that the air operations from Dehradun has also started, and to begin with, the UCADA had sent 2 sorties with food and medical supplies, and the contingent of SDRF also flew to Harsil helipad, which is the nearest helipad for relief. According to our sources, CM Pushkar Singh Dhami has also reached the helipad of Indian Army base, and he's going to conduct an aerial survey very soon. Again, he's looking after the various relief operations, and soon we will get more details as soon as the weather gets clear, because in Dehradun we can see that the light is sneaking out of the dark clouds after 2 days, and we hope that in Uttarkashi the same weather conditions prevail, and that will help the rescue operations instigate much more faster.
Ankit, stay on with me. Anjali is also joining me from the Suakholi, which is near the disaster site. Anjali, what more do we know? You're on the way there. What have you been seeing on the route? What kind of updates are you getting about the rescue operations?
Right, Anisha, firstly, I'll just like to update that my location now is very close to Uttarkashi. We are on the highway of Uttarkashi, NH34. We're about to reach there. I'd just like to request the PCR. I'm getting feedback of my own voice, if they could correct that. So we are on our way, and we are not very far from the location where that incident has happened. That is about 85 kilometers from here, but as we all know, it is impossible to get there. Even though Google Maps may be saying that, we will obviously have to stop way before that, as all the other rescue teams are there, and other media is also heading for that. But what is important to understand here, Anisha, is that this is the lifeline. So resources from all across the state have been mobilized towards this area towards Harshil and Dharali area, and this is the road that is leading towards it, and we are currently on that road. But the problem on this road is that there are landslides almost after every 5-6 kilometers. But of course, the authorities have been working hard on it. They've been using JCBs and earth movers to remove the debris, clear the highway, and constantly we are seeing a stream of vehicles carrying supplies, vehicles carrying manpower, people, experts, also health personnel, constantly moving towards the Dharali area.
So, Anjali, as you said, there are landslides all over the highway. So, clearly we are seeing nature's fury, not just at Dharali, but all the way about, as you said, about 80 kilometers away as well.
Absolutely. See, you have to understand, Anisha, this is an eco-sensitive zone. And there was an attempt also much earlier to declare it an area where construction cannot be done. But when the Char Dham highway expressway project was brought in, it was broken up into a number of smaller projects so that a viability study which is mandatory for anything which is above say 100 kilometers does not have to be done. So it is a Char Dham Expressway is not one project. It is a conglomeration of projects. Now, this is a very delicate ecosystem. We know Uttarakhand is a delicate ecosystem. So, every time something happens, landslides are not new here. And currently, that's exactly what we are seeing. This entire stretch of highway, we did not travel on it. We took a loop via Suakholi. Suakholi otherwise would not have been on my radar, on my map. I took a loop because the route from Rishikesh was completely blocked. So we had to go back to Dehradun, travel via Suakholi, and now we have joined the highway again. So just to avoid
thank
those,
you for that, Anjali Istwal. Clearly, nature's fury is retaliating because humans did not respect the eco-sensitive zone.